Hello, AP Latin students. I hope that you have had a wonderful year. This is being filmed on April 24th, 2023. So, this is a prediction that I'm giving for the 2023 AP Latin exam. Now, if you are watching this right around the time I have posted this video, I hope that you're in review mode. I hope you've read the whole syllabus, and now it's time to get down and really buckle up and try to make a 5 in that AP Latin test. And when I do that with my students, we generally try to reread the whole darn Aeneid. Now, we read the Aeneid first, then Caesar. The Caesarian Latin is a little bit more predictable. The vocabulary corpus is much smaller. And so I always do that second, and then we go back and try to reread all of the Aeneid. Now, that's a lot to do in just a couple weeks before the AP exam. So we will run through parts very quickly, but some parts we spend a lot of time on. And those parts that we spend a lot of time on are parts that I think are more likely to show up. Now, very basically, my theory is that if a passage was on the previous year's AP exam, I'd bet a lot of money that it is not going to show up on this year's exam, right? If it appeared 2 years ago, less likely it would appear this year, 3 years ago, etc. So when we're looking back, and I've got a kind of a spreadsheet that shows when every bit of AP Latin material published by the College Board has appeared. My first prediction here is lines 148 to 156 from Aeneid Book 1. And this has not appeared on any kind of publicly released College Board AP Latin exam all the way, everybody, back since 1984, 1985. So a lifetime ago. That's several versions of the syllabus ago. So the other part of this is that it includes a simile. It's just great Latin. There's all sorts of things to talk about. This is the Trojan ships have been wrecked by the wind, and Neptune has popped his head out and thought, what the heck is going on in my kingdom? And he starts righting all the wrongs here. And it begins with a simile, ac veluti magnin populo cum sae pecor test. And this idea of unruly citizens being calmed and quelled by a leader that they respect. So there's all sorts of political imagery here with Augustus, all sorts of conversation topics for an essay that maybe you could compare with Caesar and him quelling rebellion and his troops, that kind of thing. It's a good chunk for a short answer section. And maybe on the shorter side, but maybe a good chunk for even a multiple choice section. So this, because it hasn't appeared in almost 40 years, is prime fodder for an AP appearance this year. But boy, is it just a really, really good passage with tons of figures of speech, really good vocabulary, and all of that kind of thing. So what do? Well, we read it and read it and read it and get used to it and think about questions that could pop up. You could use the AP Classroom. You could use my videos that are on my YouTube channel along with this one. Bolchese's Lumina, the Lumina platform, really just $10 a student, and you could use that. That's got mock exams and mock exam questions for every single line of the syllabus. So you could go find a mock exam section for multiple choice for this section, or you could find a mock short answer section for these lines and practice with those. So I just want to wish you good luck in studying, preparing for that AP exam, and here's hoping you get a 5, AP Latin students. Walete.